Hi there, and welcome to Limitless, the space where your big dreams meet grounded energy and mastering manifestation becomes your new normal. I'm Alyssa Simpson, mindset and manifestation coach, your unorthodox free spirit, and now your newfound permission slip to do life your way. Here, we break the rules by ditching societal norms of the hustle and grind. We embrace flow, alignment, and the bold decision to follow what lights you the fuck up. In each episode, I'll be sharing soul downloads, mindset shifts, energetic upgrades, and raw, authentic stories to help you unlock your magnetism, collapse timelines, and create a life that feels as good as it looks. So if you're ready to remember who you are, trust your desires, embody your highest self, and manifest from your authentic power, it's time to sit back, relax, and get ready to become limitless. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Limitless, your favorite podcast to get all of the mindset and manifestation juices. And honestly, I've really been enjoying just talking to you guys, just letting my inner thoughts just be spilled out into your earlobes. So, today is Monday, and on Mondays, I normally don't do any type of work. I normally just spend the entire day getting my life back together, and that includes going to the grocery store, driving my back roads, and spoiling myself with a little sweet treat. Today it was a non-dairy venti sweet cream cold brew from Starbucks. I know y'all, I have talked shit about Starbucks in the past, but I don't have another coffee shop near me because I live out in the country that has a drive-through. They're all walk in, and I have a baby, and I can't be taking him out of the car seat, going in, getting a coffee, putting him back in the car. Like, I'm all about convenience, even more so these days than I normally am. And if I'm being totally honest with you, I miss my 7-Eleven coffees, dude. 7-Eleven coffee is elite. It is so much fucking better than Starbucks. Starbucks coffee tastes burnt, but I'm still gonna drink it when I want a little coffee to drive around with on Mondays, okay? Anywho, but today I was driving home from running errands and getting my life together. And whenever I came home, I was entertaining my son before he went down for a nap, and I was cleaning up and putting groceries away. And I just had like the coolest, in my opinion, intuitive download that I have to share with you. Because you know that's how this goes here. You know that's what we do around here is these podcast episodes literally come from intuitive downloads. I don't have a type of podcast calendar that I follow. I just talk about what I want to fucking talk about and what I feel like needs to be told to the world. So, before we get into this episode, I have to backtrack and kind of get you to how I got to where I'm at, and then we're going to continue. So, hey there! I'm interrupting to let you know that for the entire month of August 2025, I have something really special for you. For the whole month, I'm offering you a free 7-day trial inside of my Magnetic Movement membership. No strings, no pressure, just a sacred space to explore what's possible when you align with your power and start manifesting from your true energetic frequency. Inside the membership, you'll get instant access to my signature trainings, embodiment practices, money and mindset education portals, and a whole community of support to help you attract your desires without the hustle, the burnout, or bypassing your human experience. This is your chance to come in, feel the magic, and experience what it's like to be surrounded by a community of women who are also committed to living their most abundant, worthy, and aligned life. If you've ever been curious about joining, this is your moment. Click the link in the show notes or the video description to activate your free 7-day trial, and I'll see you inside. Your next level self is already waiting for you there. Today is June 23rd when I'm recording this. It's a Monday. So over the weekend, for those of you that do not know, President Trump ordered a bombing on Iran's nuclear facilities, okay? That's been like the talk of the town this weekend. And I am not one who pays attention to the news. I am not one who keeps up with worldly events. But because it's something that happened in America, it is all over everything. Like friends are talking about it, family's talking about it, my husband's talking about it, radio stations are talking about it. Like it's a big thing, right? So it's kind of hard to be like, oh, I had no idea that that fucking happened because yes, I live under a rock, but my rock is it's like Patrick's rock on SpongeBob. It opens up. The top part comes up and I'm peek my little head like, what's going on? And then I go back under my rock, okay? Now, the rock isn't permanent. That's what I wanted to say. So, with that being said, of course, I heard President Trump's speech on, after it happened and him talking about how it happened and why it happened and blah, 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 blah. And at the end, he said, God bless America, God bless Israel, and God bless our troops. And I was thinking about it today on the drive home, and I was like, what an interesting thing to sit there and say, like, God bless us for doing this thing. Now, depending on your own beliefs and your own opinions, I'm not even going to get into mine because it really doesn't fucking matter. But however you view, number one, religion and spirituality, and number two, how you view military and war and whatever, you might be on the fence of like, hell yes, you're right. God bless us and the troops and blah, blah, blah. Or you could be like, you know what? That's fucked up. How could God, your God in this religion, be okay with you doing what you did to people? And I was thinking to myself, I was like, but you know damn well that there are people that think, well, President Trump, like, you're going to have to answer for what you did, and you're going to hell for doing this because what you did was harmful, right? And I truly don't think that when he goes to bed at night, he's thinking with a guilty conscience or, I shouldn't have done that, or like he believes what he did was true and right, regardless of what anyone else thinks, regardless of what literally I think, you think, whoever fucking thinks. And it got me thinking, like, that's the whole point. The whole point of a lot of what we do is to be so solidified in our own beliefs, our own opinions, our own actions, that when we lay our head down at night, regardless of what everyone else's moral compass says, we feel good about what we do. And you might hear that and you might think that is so fucked up because what he did was wrong. That's your opinion. And you aren't going to change anything by having that opinion and by getting all up in arms over what someone else decides to do. And in the world that we live in today, I've told you this before, it is not normal for us to have so much access to everyone else and everything else. Like, I don't even think that we should know what the fuck is going on in the next city, let alone in the next state, country, province, whatever, okay? That's my own opinion. So if I were someone who had no idea this was going on, I wouldn't have an opinion on it. I wouldn't have an opinion on it. It wouldn't give me a reason to get upset or excited or whatever could cause an emotion because it doesn't I it has nothing to do with me. It has absolutely nothing to do with me. And the people that sit here and let these events happen to them, like you're making it so about you and you're getting in arguments with people and you are searching for people to get into arguments with and you're listening to other people's opinions on this thing to form your own opinion, and who fucking cares, okay? It's none of your business. Because what is your business is you choosing every day to be 1% better than you were the day before. Even if your 1% better is something that someone else doesn't agree with. Even if the way that you live your life to other people is incorrect or not ethical or whatever, like, it's no one else's fucking business, just like it's not your business how other people live their life. And yes, I'm talking about something as grand and giant as war, okay? But I'm also talking about the micro things that happen in your day to day, the micro things that happen that shape you as a person, okay? I have never lived in a worrying about my home getting bombed or my friend's home getting bombed. So I can't fucking relate to the people that live in that situation. I can't, right? I cannot relate to it because that's not my life experience. That's not my journey. And sure, I can have an opinion about it, but my opinion is bullshit. They don't fucking care what my opinion is because they're gonna be like, who are you? You haven't lived it. You don't know. The same goes for you. You cannot have such strong opinions that debilitate you when it doesn't pertain to your life at all. And yes, I'm talking about something very polarizing. I'm talking about something that is to some people very black and white. But to me, I'm coming at it from a different point of view, of the point of view of, does it truly affect me? Does it truly affect you? If the answer is no, and if your answer is yes, does it actually though? Does it actually affect you? Does it actually mean anything to you as a being, right? And here's the other thing, if we're talking the metaphysical side of this, is when we die, regardless of what you believe, regardless of your religion, spirituality, whatever your take is, I'm going to give you my point of view here because I think it's really refreshing. And to me, it just makes me also live every day like I'm living for a living. This is how I do what I do, you guys. No matter what happens here on earth, for me, it's my journey. It's a part of what my soul signed up to do. I signed a contract before I came here saying, yes, I agree to these terms. And when I came into my human form, those terms were unknown to me. They still are unknown to me. And whenever I leave this earth, they will be known to me. And whatever I chose to do during this lifetime, whatever I chose to let happen to me in this lifetime is going to happen regardless. And it's not gonna fucking matter when I'm not here anymore. It's not gonna matter when my soul goes on to its next journey. It's not gonna matter, even if it's full of horrible shit or full of great shit. This is why it is so important to be so solidified in who you are and who your soul is, right? Because it allows you to live more free. It allows you to live in this zone of I don't know. It doesn't affect me. I don't care. I don't need to have an opinion on that because what affects me is me and mine. Okay? Sure. Does that sound selfish? Depends on who's listening to this. Depend on whose ears this message falls on. It could sound very selfish. But like I've said before, none of us it's none of our jobs to be Captain Save-A-Ho for every single thing and person and situation in this world. It's just not. And I have lived in the camp of I'm gonna make it my mission to give so much of a shit that I'm gonna change this thing. Okay? And living in that camp and not living in that camp, I much more prefer to live not in that camp because I am so much more of a better person. I am so much more of a not even a better person to others, but to myself. Like I am creating so much more impact by not living in that camp. I truly am. And if you want to be someone who advocates for certain things, you fucking go, baby. You do your thing, you live your life, you advocate the shit out of that. You be the best advocator there is for whatever issue you see fit for yourself to advocate for. But again, you can't do that without taking care of yourself. Think of anyone who has ever started any type of foundation or advocacy thing. They are so solidified in who they are, you know? And I have talked about this so many times, but it just, for whatever reason, I need to talk about it today. And maybe this is the lens that it needs to come through. And maybe this is the lens that you hear it and you're like, holy shit, it makes so much sense. And this lights a fire under your ass to stop taking everything as your own. You're not meant to. You are not meant to. And it's none of your business how other people live their life. It is none of your goddamn business how other people choose to live their life. And if it is bothering you and it is triggering you and it is upsetting you to see other people make decisions that you do not align with, that is a straight up mirror for you and a gift, if I'm being totally honest, to show you what it is that is within you that you need to heal and work on. Okay? Whenever something triggers you so much to where you're losing sleep over it, you're making yourself sick over it, you are up at all hours of the night thinking about it, that is a direct reflection from the universe to be like, hey, see this thing? We keep revisiting it. We gotta heal it and move on so it stops affecting us so fucking much. Okay? Also on this topic, I want to talk about choice because we all have a fucking choice. And again, I have had people who have heard this message and tell me, well, that's not true because I didn't choose to be in a relationship where someone beat my ass every day. I didn't choose to have parents who neglected me. Okay, I'm not talking about those types of things, but I am talking about them in the same breath I am. Because I truly believe that we choose our parents. I truly believe that we choose every single tiny little aspect of our life before we come here. We see the agreement and we're like, yes, 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 let's fucking go. Can't wait to experience this and see what happens after the experience, right? And I also believe that even though you didn't choose to be with someone who physically assaults you, you also choose to stay with that situation. And if you haven't ever seen the show on Netflix called Made, this was such a beautiful, beautiful show. I saw it a few years ago. I think it's still on there, so you should be able to watch it too if you hadn't. But it is very heart-wrenching to watch because it's this mother who has a child and she leaves this really horrible situation with this man that she was with, and there was physical abuse involved, and she left, and it was so hard for her. She was living in like women's shelters and she was working as a maid and having to like steal from these homes that she was cleaning because she didn't have food for her and her baby and like all these things, and both of the scenarios that she was in were hard. The one where she was getting her ass beat every day was hard, and the one where she's having to make so many sacrifices and even do things that maybe weren't directly great in her moral compass. Both of those lanes that she was in were hard, but she chose the hard that made the most sense for her. So when people sit here and say like I don't have a choice, I'm stuck in this situation, no you're not. You're stuck in what's comfortable for you. Because if you truly were stuck in that situation, you wouldn't have an option to ever leave. You always have a choice. You are always able to change your situation and you are always able to choose your hard. Another great example of this is I am currently rewatching all of the Jersey Shore family vacations. Fun fact, I love trash reality TV. Love it, love it, love it. Don't care. Never gonna apologize for it because that's my fucking bag. It always has been. It always will be. Now, I'm watching where, if you haven't seen it, I'll just give a quick little recap. One of the guys on there, Ronnie, he's about to have a baby with this girl Jen, and there's a lot of, just toxicity in their relationship. And Jenny, another one of the cast members, tells Ron, like she's straight up with him and she's like, you chose this life. You chose to get this woman pregnant. You chose to have a child with her. You chose to be in this relationship. And he's very combative in this whole conversation. And he's just like, I didn't choose this. Like, this is happening to me, but he did choose it. He did choose that life. He did choose to maybe not intentionally get this woman pregnant, but have sex with her with the possibility of getting her pregnant. You know what I mean? So, all of the things that happen in our life, we do choose them. Okay. Me again. I'm popping in to let you know how you can access a free subliminal recording that I have created from my entity delivered to you. It is free and it is yours. All you have to do is stop what you're doing, leave a review on this podcast episode so that other people can find this space. Screenshot the review that you have sent and email it to me at alyssasimpsonx@gmail.com, and I will deliver you your free subliminal recording. Stop what you're doing, leave a review, screenshot, email me. You will have the recording in your inbox. And another top subject on this little topic here is I have been seeing, because of what's happening in the news right now, I'm seeing so many people have these, just being up in arms about what's going on and hating America and living in America but hating it and talking all this shit about America and about all these things. But it's like these people that feel that way, like they choose to live here. And it's like, well, I didn't choose to live here. I was born here and I can't get out. You can. If you truly hate your circumstances and where you are, you can leave. You can always move. You can always choose your hard. If it's hard to stay a place where you absolutely hate and loathe, or you choose to be somewhere where you can thrive and do your own thing and not be stuck in this place that you absolutely hate. And even for me, like I am very passionate about health and wellness. And with that being said, like I really despise our food system here in America, but I choose to live here. So, yes, I can choose my hard, which is living in a country that doesn't make it super easy for me to eat and live the most healthiest lifestyle, but it's not impossible. I'm still able to make the decisions every day to live a healthier life, to spend more money on better quality food, and to spend more money on like better water and all of these things because that's what I choose. I'm choosing my hard. To me, I'm going to choose that hard rather than the hard of uprooting my entire life to live in another country that I'm unfamiliar with? It's like the whole saying, like choosing the devil you know or over the devil you don't know. Like it's the same thing. Choose your hard, choose which devil. I don't fucking care. But at some point in each of our lives, we have to take the radical responsibility for how we have to understand like the way things are in our lives and our own current realities are that way because of choices that we fucking make. And there is nothing more empowering than owning that, number one, and number two, admitting to yourself how maybe you made the wrong fucking choice. And that's okay. This isn't an opportunity for you to shame yourself or shame your situations or shame your circumstances. It's an opportunity for you to be like, you know what? I did choose these things and I can choose better moving forward. How beautiful is that? And let me tell you one thing, if you're sitting here thinking that, oh my gosh, the universe is picking on me because I keep asking and telling the universe this is what I want, I'm trying to manifest this type of life and I'm not getting it, maybe look at the choices you keep making after you say what it is that you want. Because your words mean one thing and your actions mean another. This is why alignment is such an important piece when we're talking about becoming master manifestors. Because if you are not living in alignment with what you are consciously saying, the universe is going to pick up on that and say, what you're saying is not matching what you're doing. What you're saying is not matching what you are desiring. So therefore, I can't deliver to you what it is you desire because you are not putting your money where your mouth is. And being able to put your money where your mouth is does require healing. It does require rewiring of those old limiting subconscious beliefs. It does require straight up neuroscience, which is why I blend mindset and manifestation, because I believe that they cannot exist without one another. There is so much healing and mindset work, because it is fucking work, you guys, that goes into becoming a master manifester. And if you are ready to put in that work, to actually put your money where your mouth is, hi, it's time for you to come join my membership, because we're actually doing the things that make a fucking difference in our life inside of my membership. No more sitting on the fence, no more dilly-dallying, no more checking out the sales page. This is your straight up soul's calling to come be part of the movement that is making an actual change in your life, to where, hey, you stop spiraling every time you see something that triggers you. And hey, maybe you stop doing these things and never following through with them because you have accountability like you've never had before. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? I'll see you next time. Bye. I'm so grateful that you tuned in today. If this episode activated something in you, share it with a bestie who's also ready to become limitless. And don't forget to leave a review to help more people find this space. Wanting more? Get on my email list and subscribe to my YouTube channel for exclusive downloads, mindset shifts, and behind the scenes magic that I only share there. The link is in the show notes. Until next time, keep trusting the pull, honoring your energy, and manifesting your most abundant life.